All right, so one of the activities you're going to be asked to create is a GeoGebra activity, an official GeoGebra capital A activity. Because inside GeoGebra, they have the ability to create these interactive activities that you can house on GeoGebra and then share, just like you have been sharing things in the past. So here's what we're going to do. If you log into GeoGebra under your account and you either click on the little initial up here, or you click on your profile, you will see all of the things you have created and added. And so you see here these things, and these that I've created here are all activities. Okay, notice they're called activities. And so whenever I create something, it's an activity, right? The things that I'm creating are activities. However, I could just create an activity separate from my GeoGebra constructions, and I could do that by clicking on create an activity, and then there I can title it, and then I can add all sorts of elements: texts, questions, images, videos, other GeoGebra applets, and so on. So if I wanted to create one in that way using, say, a GeoGebra applet that already exists, I could do that. Now, we're not going to do it that way in this particular case because you've already created an activity, at least the GeoGebra part of it. Okay, almost. So what we're going to do is we're going to be basing our activity on our constructing a parallelogram construction that we did before. Now, stage one, step one, you need to redo this. And you need to redo it so that the sides and the angles, at least the angle B, those things are controlled by sliders and are adjustable by students. Okay, so that's very simple. When you go to create an angle, instead of typing in 40 degrees for it, you just put in a parameter, just put in a letter, say angle, say A or B or C, and that creates a slider that lets you adjust that angle. So students will be able to look at this construction, adjust the angle here, adjust the lengths of the sides here, and then participate in your activity. So step one is to create that, is to recreate this parallelogram with a variable angle B and variable side lengths for both of the sides. Okay. Once you've done that and saved it to your GeoGebra account, it will show up as an activity. And then this is where you actually start to create an activity. You click on this activity and you click up here on edit the activity. And it's got a title. You can change the title if you want. It brings in your construction. But now it lets you add elements. And this is where you can add video explanations. You can add questions. We're going to keep it pretty straightforward. I'm going to suggest that what you do is you add anywhere between 5 to 10 questions related to this construction as a parallelogram. How do we know it's a parallelogram? How do we know the sides are parallel? How do we know that they're the same length? How do we know that those kinds of questions that we might ask our students to explore with this particular construction. So although you can add all kinds of things here, I would suggest you simply add text and maybe some questions to this activity. What we're doing is we're trying to get students to try to explore and discover some of the properties of a parallelogram as constructed in this way. And then of course you will save this, and then you will share this activity on a new link, a new page on your Google website. All right, so that's going to be your GeoGebra activity assignment for this particular module.